Hi, I'm Tim Horn for Breaking News. Boy, we've got a great show here today. We're in a series of interviewing young people from other countries. We want to thank Project Arizona for helping put this together. Today, I've got Kamala Neopane, and she is from Nepal, a country that not a lot of Americans know a whole lot about. I've learned a little bit that Nepal has been a monarchy for. Historically, it's been a monarchy. It was never controlled by the British. I made that mistake of thinking that it was, and that's not true. But they did fight along India when they were trying to gain their independence from Britain. And everybody knows about the Gurkhas, and they're from Nepal. So is Kamala. So let's get talking to her. Kamala, you're 24 years old.
Yes.
And you saw the change from your country being a monarchy and moving into becoming socialist.
Yep.
And what was that like?
So for me, it was like for Nepalese people, it was like not so similar. Like it's ruled by king and like lots of dictatorship, I must say. And after that, Nepalese people fought a lot to get into the democracy. So we are a socialist democratic country, I must say. So yeah, it's been like bird flying in the open sky. You know what I mean?
It's like what?
Bird flying in the open sky. It's like freedom and lots of things. But the thing is that it's for like Nepalese people feel that liberty and freedom for a short period of time because our government changed, and then nowadays it's ruled by the communist people, communist party. So we don't have much freedom. It's like
How did the Communist Party get control of Nepal?
It's a history that like Nepalese politics are always influenced by either China or India.
Influenced by China and India.
Yeah. Now, when it comes to the communists, they are always much more influenced by China rather than India. And they are much more dictator. They want to govern people, and everything is like, if you see the history of Nepal, like we don't have independent system. Like we don't have independent monetary system. We don't have independent legislative system. Everything is governed by the government. It's like that.
So the government controls your economy
Yes.
and business.
Yes.
Are they a lot of regulations about your personal life?
Yeah, a lot of. There is no like individual freedom. What is like in America or like in other country. But
How so? Give me an example.
like if you need to be like monitor every time. You don't have like freedom of speech.
Freedom of speech.
Yeah, you don't have freedom of expression.
No
Even
expression.
yeah, like we have lots of caste and class system.
Oh,
like
yeah.
I must say, and if I belong to high caste and high class, I'm not allowed to marry a low caste or a low class guy. So they will punish me, and it's like that. They are going to govern everyone. You know, like they want to regulate everyone, every individual like that. Another example is that like I'm not being a girl, I'm not allowed to work during the nighttime.
Why?
It's rules. It's
it's a
rules.
rule.
Yeah, like after 12, I'm not
It's
allowed to work.
because you're a woman?
Yes, I'm a girl. That's why.
Oh, you're a girl. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're a woman, so you can't work at night.
Yeah.
As an example.
Yes.
Men can.
Men can. So, it's a government rule. So.
Are you controlled like I know people are in Saudi Arabia where women can't go without an escort and that sort of thing? Is there that?
It's not like that, but Nepal is a patriarchal society. It's a Malayalam, and that's the reason. Like, if I got married, like even if I have my youngest brother with me, like my family will say, like most of their family will say, take your brother with you when you go outside. They are like driven by a man, and they say, oh, you are a girl, don't do this. Or like I want to go to high school, or else I want to go to clubbing with my friends. No, you are a girl. Don't do
You're
that.
a girl, you can't
Yeah.
go clubbing.
Yes.
How about education? Is it also difficult as a woman to get educated?
It is so difficult to get education in Nepal for a female. That is why
Even
I
an upper
advocate of
class
it.
female?
Yeah. But it's even like every female, not from upper caste or not from the lower caste. So it's like it is nowadays Kathmandu are like Kathmandu like capital of Nepal.
Yes.
From that place, people are most like encouraging female education. But if you see outside of like Kathmandu Valley, like it's so hard to get a girl education. So
Outside
hard
of
for them,
Kathmandu, the capital, it's more
yes,
difficult.
so difficult to get girls education, and they said like there is no use to educate girl child. Yeah, it's like that. So
How about in the workforce? Then if you do get an education, is the workforce amenable to having women in it?
it is so biased, I must say. So they said like they have their one perspective. They said like, oh, girls are the factory to produce a child, nothing more.
No, they're what?
They are the factory, they are a machine to produce a child, nothing more. They said like that. So why do we need a girl or a female or women to work in our company? Go to your house and just be in kitchen. You like that.
Work at home,
Yeah.
work at the kitchen.
So they treat
Right.
female as in such a bad way. It's like that.
So how do you find America when you look at how women are treated here?
Oh wow, I love America. Like you have freedom of speech, you have freedom of expression. You can work whatever you like. I heard.
You can go to clubs, too.
Yes. Oh my God. It's like that. Like I have heard a lots of story from my friend over here in America. They said, oh, over here, like male are much more biased from female. They said like that. And I said, oh my God, it's interesting. And they said, like female, if female like can female say anything to male, but male can't say anything to female, like
Yeah.
a country. It's like that.
Well, unfortunately, I disagree with that because
Really?
it's swung so far that I'm a person who's written and talked about how everybody
Oh,
must
wow.
be treated equally, the same by our government. And it would solve a lot of our problems that we have here. We have problems
Yeah.
too, and that's one of them. It shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be the other way. It shouldn't be the way you're saying
Yeah.
either. So I want to get to one thing that happened because this is something that is going to stun you, but it happened while she's been visiting here in the United States. And so quickly, because I don't want to run out of time, she went out and was filmed, videotaped, shooting a gun for the first time, which is something she has never done,
Yes.
never even thought she could do in her country, and probably you can't, I guess.
Yes.
But so she went out and had filmed. She posted on her Facebook page. And why don't you tell us what happened?
Yes, I'm here for the project called Project Arizona, and like if I say the history of why I got selected in Project Arizona, I'm a freedom fighter from Nepal.
So she's saying, if you didn't get that, she's a freedom fighter from Nepal.
Yeah. So I love to advocate about the things, good things, like freedom of speech, right, and expression from my early childhood when I was 16 and got by some, like we have some political problem in Nepal. That from that time I always advocate about. I love to advocate about freedom of speech, expression, and girls' education mostly. So I was here and I got an opportunity to go to shooting with my friends, and I said, oh my God, it's a good time to take a video and post that in Facebook. I did that, and I made a short video saying that guns should be legalized in Nepal.
You said that?
Yes, I said that, and because of the following reason, and the reason is so good.
And what did you tell them? Why should guns be legal in
So
Nepal?
I said them it's for the self-defense, like because Nepal is in between China and India, and
Yes.
you know that China and India don't have a good relationship.
That's right.
And another thing is that Nepal is so connected with Pakistan as well, and India and Pakistan don't have good relation with them. So and then, like we have open border in India and Nepal. So every time, at any time, Indian people can attack Nepalese people. I don't believe Indian government much. So I said, oh, guns should be legalized in Nepal just for the self-defense, And
Okay.
the main rule of democratic country is like self-defense. It's a fundamental thing.
Got
I
it.
said that thing. So another thing what I said is like we have high domestic violence. So just for a female, guns should be legalized in Nepal, and government should teach female how to use gun. I said those things, like a simple things.
So what happened to her, because we're almost out of time, what happened to her is her government got in touch with her and wanted her to take that Facebook interview
Video.
down. She
Yes.
wanted that video down. She refused to. And now she has an arrest warrant issued by her country that she's got to
Yes.
face upon return.
Yes, and then that is the fact. And yeah, I'm just waiting for the time, good time to go back, and let's see what will happen for me.
So, a freedom fighter from Nepal, a female freedom fighter from Nepal. Boy, that's a mouthful.
Yeah, well.
But we want to thank Kamala for coming today because it's so unusual to hear a voice like this in our country. And today, you're hearing it on Breaking News. Kamala, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
You're welcome.